Hello, I'm Linda Woods, and I am a holistic life coach and a PSYCH-K facilitator who works on Zoom and online for people all over the world, but I'm based in Nashville, Tennessee. And before PSYCH-K, I was an accountant in corporate America in a job I did not love and was seeking more excitement in my life. I had hosted a talk radio show, and that was a very strange thing that I manifested, but it was exciting. It was all about alternative medicine and healing, self-help, and empowerment, and I just loved it. And I had been using PSYCH-K since 2001. Bruce Lipton and Rob Williams came to Nashville, and I was so fortunate to be able to sit in on that weekend seminar and was just blown away by what I experienced at that seminar. The most profound thing that ever happened to me using PSYCH-K was I had arranged for a panel of spiritual teachers to be on a live talk call-in television show the week after 9/11 terrorist attacks. And this was a time where people were so angry and had so much hatred, and the word forgiveness was not in anyone's vocabulary. And I suggested to the producers of Channel 5 Morning Line in Nashville, why don't we do a panel discussion on love and forgiveness? And they wanted to do it. And so 4 people, including me, were on this panel. And I was absolutely terrified because it was such an emotional time in the country. And the night before, I picked 2 goal statements that I wanted to work on using PSYCH-K techniques that you'll learn in the workshop. One of them was, I speak clearly and confidently to others. And the other one was, I'm willing to take the risks necessary to speak openly and honestly. And, you know, before I had just had people on the show like the Red Cross and how can people help, but this was talking to spiritual teachers about forgiveness right after our country was attacked. So I was pretty nervous about that. Right up until they put the microphone on me, I was using PSYCH-K techniques. And during this interview, the moderator started out with a statement about a woman in Nashville who had been brutally murdered. And he said, why or how could anybody forgive anyone for doing something like that? And there was this pause. And out of my mouth came these words after the pause. I said, well, look what they did to Jesus Christ, and he forgave them. And literally, I never talk about religion or Jesus Christ or anything on a live, anywhere on public radio or television. But this came through me so fast that the moderator was stunned into silence. He just literally couldn't speak for a few seconds. And finally, he turned to the camera and he said, we need to go to break. After that long pause and going to that break, when we got back, the people who called in were so much more loving. The entire mood of the show changed. It was just one of the most profound experiences of my life. And I attribute that to using PSYCH-K to empower myself to say the perfect thing at the perfect moment that would change a broadcast that dramatically. And it was just, like I said, it was the most profound experience of my life. And I'll never forget that. It was just amazing. It's very powerful, which I'm sure you'll know, or you'll learn if you don't know that yet. I was looking to take Ian's workshop online, mainly because he was a teacher in Australia and he had received over 200 positive testimonials from his students. And I was just very impressed with that. And I signed up for his training to do PSYCH-K online. You have to learn how to do it online, either using Zoom or Skype or some other method of connecting with someone, or you do it on the phone, and you have to be able to describe the techniques to someone by using it on the telephone. Now, during the training workshop, which I signed up for, I found Ian to be very attentive and compassionate and understanding and respectful and encouraging, supportive. And even after the workshop, he's been a great resource to me and others for staying connected and how can we build our business as PSYCH-K practitioners. He gives great suggestions. He keeps in touch with you, and I cannot recommend his course enough. Now I practice PSYCH-K with clients, but I work with two partners who are both PSYCH-K facilitators, and we meet regularly. And one of them has completely changed her way of living. She has been able to manifest very reasonable living accommodations, sometimes for free, for periods of time. And personally, I've used PSYCH-K to get over my very long fear of flying. I refused to fly for over 19 years because I was on a flight with my mom and I literally thought we were going to die. And I kept using the PSYCH-K techniques, and I'm happy to say that last year I flew 2 times, and this year I'm flying again. And I know what to do now when I'm on an airplane and there's turbulence. I know what PSYCH-K techniques work the best for me. And I think you will too. And I cannot recommend Ian enough. He's just been so helpful to me and to so many other people. And I just highly recommend that you sign up for his course. Thank you.